That's a little bold there. Close. Chin. See how we fix things. No sweat. No sweat. No sweat. Yeah, we'll carve back into that like that and break that up, and it should, I'm telling you, it'll look fine. It'll look all pretty and stuff. Just the tip of that brush. This is where that old raggedy one, you know what I want to show you. That raggedy one, you get those and just go like that and just, oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. That one's going to be white, so I don't know why I did that. And why it's white, I have no idea. Don't know. Remember that. Remember this is completely in shadow. Again, you know, so I'm not even looking over there at the moment. I'm just trying to make this make sense, and we'll fix that later. What time are we looking at? 35 minutes. We got some more time. We got some more time. More time. All right, so I don't know what's going on up in here, but we need to just put a little more interest up in there. And I'll show you how I do it. Not that mine's the right way. Probably not the right way. When I get, this is how I buy my white. Now I've had, this is my second one of these. I bought two of them when I bought this. And I wish there was a date on it so I could tell you when I bought it. Years ago. I mean, years ago. But anyway, because I use so much white, I take it out about that much. And I'm gonna lay it in the palette. And I drop that in the water. Most of the time you're going to get white in a big tube just like the paints, which is fine. But I needed some more. White. So we're going to take pure white. Let's just see what this does. It's as good as anything. See, it's a shadow. See the shadow around that's cast. So I'm not going to worry too much about that other stuff. It looks like it's just blinds, right? This one, I'm going to skip that one for a second. I don't know why that one's different. It really doesn't make sense. Really just want stuff going on up there. This is more opaque white, this one. And we may make changes, but when the frame goes over it, it'll hopefully make more sense here. So this, again, I'm not done with this yet. I'm just kind of thinking, so that's going to go from there to there. This is how I would draw this out. trying to make that a circle, which will be tough. But in the water, I can do a good circle. Look at my circle down here in the water. Yay, you're awesome, John. So that's about right. What else here? What else I got? I need to do, I'm hesitating to do that sky now. I don't know why. I need to wait. I want to change this and make it lighter so bad, but I need to wait till next time. I need to be smart. Be smart. Look, and you know what I always do? I paint the top and the side. No, I got the bottom. Okay. I didn't remember doing that. I usually always forget the bottom. I've hung paintings on the wall before. I've actually got them fib on myself or tattle on myself. I've got one of my favorite paintings. It's the centerpiece in our living room. I noticed the other day the bottom's not painted. I'm not telling anybody. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to switch brushes. I like the big flat, but it's dirty. And I can't have dirty right now. I'm even going to wipe a place out here because I don't want this paint that I'm getting ready to mix to get polluted with anything else here. Oh, that didn't mix very good, did it? Had a little white blob on the brush, I guess, and I didn't mix the paint well enough. I didn't mix it well enough. Let's get some more. Let's get some more. I want that to be nice and vibrant. Nice, creamy, a bunch of paint. A little bit more water. Now I'm coming down with this because I've noticed that I don't want, even though I like this color and it matches, I need to soften that edge. So I'm going to pick up a little more blue, something in the middle maybe, and we'll see what happens. Where are those made? Now we're talking. Now we're talking. This is just how I do it. I'm a little lighter, come up to it. A little lighter. Now, I don't have to get dead on that yellow, but I'm getting pretty damn close because I've got that frame, right? And I'm just trying to use just the tip of the brush to soften into that wet paint. Nice and soft. Now this here, I'm going to go ahead, as bad as this is, I hate doing that. I hate it. But that's just what I felt like I needed to do there. So now we're going to stop. I want to get this nice and looks pretty. I ain't worried about that because I'm going to paint over that. I'm going to go lighter, 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 lighter. tough stuff. I'm not gonna at all act like this isn't tough, because it is. It looks like it'd be really easy to do what I'm doing in this softening. It is not. You just gotta, at the end, just let go. Just the tip of the brush. You get transitions like this that I could try to get out if I wanted to. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is where we want it. This is where we want it pretty bright down here. This looking good is more important than me having to regrow that pelican or gull or whatever the hell it is, bird. All right. Now this is drying. This is drying, so I'm kind of in no man's land. That's looking pretty decent though. Looking pretty decent. I better stop. I better stop. That looks better. I can dig that. I can dig that little stuff going on there. That's better. And again, next time we're going to be lightening this. Again, we're going to paint around all this stuff again. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to be happy unless this becomes light and then comes into this really bold color. This is starting to look like something, you know, sitting out on a pier, you know, above the water, and that's the main thing. It'll happen. I will come over though, and we're going to go over that again before I do much more detail. I think I really, as much as I want to keep painting, I need to let this dry and get back and assess a little bit more too. So another lunchtime. I do have an alarm set on my phone, which should interrupt us if I don't stop early, just to make sure that I'm not spending any more time, and I haven't yet. You know, I'm 40-something-ish minutes is usually what it seems like it's taken, which is good. So a lot of what I do painting, I don't have to keep saying this, I know, but it's not only is it restating, because to me restate means I put something down and maybe I need to keep adding values or making it more opaque or whatever, and just continue to put layers down. And sometimes for me, it's as much about drawing something and losing it and redrawing it and losing it. And I know that sounds silly. Why would you do that? But like when I laid these in, I mean, they're a little cartoony. That's the way they're going to see. You've seen everything I paint. It kind of starts that way. These are going to end up sitting in this scene, not standing out kind of like they do now. And I just put them in here just to help me organize my thoughts. But now, as I really want to make this water look the way I want it to look, and I think I am gonna put a hint of that shoreline back there because it's actually there. I'm going to go ahead and try to paint just lose all this. Lose it all. He's lost his mind. That boy lost his mind. Let's see here. Yes. Yes. More paint, I'm sure, before this is over with. And I definitely don't want that draggy thingy going on there. I'm going to put more paint down here. Try to get the color correct. Again, I'm not trying to cover these up. I'm just forgetting that they're there. I'm not trying to save them, I guess, is all that matters. What's important right now is that I get this right. And I don't want to paint up to that. So see, to me, this may be a little bit of a battle. This may end up being a challenge. And that's why we do it, right? If we want a challenge, we quit. I've said that before, but it's true. It's true. Again, this is not about perfect, right? It's just about it making sense. So, again, I'm not looking at anything other than that water. I'm looking at that water. And for some reason, for me, I've got to come down and then meet in the middle for this stuff to work as I need it to. A little greeny there, that's okay. It's all right. It's okay. And again, this may not work, and if it doesn't, we'll do it again. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. A bit of that color over in there, it's breaking across here, we know that, right? Let that dry. Really trying my best to make it look this, and it is kind of minty. It's minty, right? It's minty. Minty. Y'all probably can't see that. I apologize. Oh, that's minty. Lordy mercy. Sorry. Ah, it's happening. Happening. You're probably going, you lost it, boy. Lost it. Now this is some bright stuff going on down in here. This is just how I paint. This is how I put it down. I don't like that duplication of stroke. I don't like that, you know that. Look how just in a little, look at this, just in a little, just a few seconds, that will dry, dull, or we'll have all kinds of little things like this going on, right? When we get happy with that water. When we get happy with it, I'm not happy yet, but it's closer, it's closer. While we're doing this, you probably can barely see, you may not even be able to see from where you're at, but there's a little hint of that land that is back there, because again, this is an island that's I don't know, it's a mile off maybe. The coast, this is about, I guess it's just the airport's like a mile from Mexico. This is probably, I don't know, 5 miles or something from Mexico. So it's way down yonder. And there's a bridge that takes you to the island. So what we're gonna do is make an attempt to put that in, and again, it's just gonna be a hint of it because there's so much atmosphere. There's so much atmosphere. That's probably too much, but we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. Go over it when it dries with a little bit of, push that back even further. But it is there. She's there. And I like the fact these are gone now. Find them again when it dries and put them in a little bit more like I want to put them in. Again, remember there's going to be a frame around this. There's a little greenish, rustic looking frame. We are going to, let's take, let's take this brush and see what it does. We may not like it, but I want to make this look a little bit, I hate to say the word rustic, but something like that. A little more character. I always judge there. You see with this brush, because this is a brush that a lot of oil artists would use. It's a little too stiff for me for acrylics. But for stuff like this, for rustic little, you know, won't overdo it. I'm overdoing it, yeah. But see, this is pretty dirty. I don't necessarily want to do that, but it's got some age to it. I'm not interested to put every little slat. I just want to make sure it looks used, if you will. Maybe some hint of some slats like that. Maybe that's what I need. We'll do more of that too. Live with that. Live with that. There's a few spots. Let's just use that same brush. See how this works. Now clean that out. I really want to get the water out of it. Water, you see probably there, the water that's in it. That's not going to help us right now. And these brushes, I really abuse them. I'll get it flared out like this sometimes, really crazy, almost like this one that I made. That, you know, to do all kinds of textures and stuff. Just be careful that, because these little hairs will come out of here. They will. So what I'm going to do now is put a little bit more. What? Alexa, try to get Alexa to listen to the music show where I know you can possibly hear my Metallica going. I like to, whenever I can. I haven't done it yet this first time. I like to get some music going if I'm able to, if I'm here by myself, and I get Alexa downstairs playing me some Metallica. But that was one of the Metallica songs off of their 2016 album, which I really like. It's got some bad language in it, and I'm old. I don't like that necessarily. It's not my jam. I don't like it in the gym. I don't like it at home. Just old, set in my ways. We turn into our parents, don't we? I don't know if that's showing up at all. I'll probably take a different brush later, but there's this is brighter. That's brighter. And I may lose a little bit of that I pushed, I don't know. Is that straight? Did I get this straight? I don't have. I have something I guess I could look at, maybe. Yeah, that could come up a little. I guess I just didn't paint it up in this one, can you? Sorry. Sorry. It is okay. Put the big brush up for just a moment. We're going to, again, doesn't really matter where we go next, as long as we go in an area that's, wow, what did I do there? I brought that down, didn't I? That sucks. An area that has dried. And we want to restate with those darks. Get them dark. Just put some character down in this. That's dark. I should have a squared off brush. I should, but again, I don't care that these, I don't care that these look completely black. I'm good with it looking like something's going on in there, if that makes sense. And even that, when we put that down, that was dark. But you see, it doesn't take that long. For it to lose that stuff. I mean, just. The water's important, that it looks like water. But this painting is not about water. So I don't want to put a ton of emphasis or effort into it. I hope the water paints itself. I say that many times, but it's kind of true. It's kind of true. So up until here, that would be pylons and stuff. That would not be there. Again, I'm really trying to make this look like this. Now, this is probably a good way to look at this. Forget that it's a reflection, even though when we're all said and done, nobody's going to look at the picture, right? We keep saying that, but it's true. They're just going to look at the painting hanging on the wall. But the best way, the most successful way we can get here is to paint that. Is to, there's going to be we're going to do a lot of that. We got to sneak up on that stuff, right? That's like icing on the cake. You can't, people that go too quick, trying to put the fun stuff in, struggle to find their way, to find this, right? So we'll end up doing more of this stuff. And this kind of does this, really. It winds, it bleh, right? I mean, if we look, it comes out sharp and stuff. And we'll subdue that a little bit more. It's too light. I will go over it probably with the glaze when what I just did dries. a transparent wash, I guess would be what I should have said. What is that? How do I even have that? That should be a little bit of red or something, right? Should be just a little hint of maybe a little much, I don't know. And there's going to be a squiggle here. Wave action going on because I'm going to have that red stuff up there. And again, let me get you a close up at least one time. Take a mental note. Let me look in the back of my pen here. Yeah. Sorry about a glare. This stuff is what I'm trying to get. If I was a cinematic expert, or even a newbie, probably I could embed. Wouldn't that be helpful if I embedded this picture as a, what do you call them, a thumbnail? Then I'd be spoiling y'all. I mean, come on, y'all. You don't need that, right? You don't need to be spoiled. Yeah. Yeah. There's some spots, and I'm just putting them in so I don't forget them. There's some spots that are pure red. Interesting. Now they're not that thick. You probably can't see how thick I put those on, but I put them on thick. Like too thick. Like they're gonna gob up kind of thick. Flatten that. That's okay. So, a little hint there, a little hint there, spot there. Stuff just takes time. Dollars do. Let's, where's my little there? I think I'm gonna go with this. A little touch of water. Thick, 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 thick. Really gotta push a little bit to the white to really get this to look bright. And for it to look bright, it needs to be, it's so easy to paint it this way and actually to see it this way. To look up here and go, oh, that's light yellow, and paint this whole thing light yellow. And you know, you can take your artistic license, you know, your ability to modify it, make it whatever you want, because it's, you know, it's your painting, you're the artist. And you know, at times I guess we all do that a little for artistic sake. But if you look, if you see correctly, because again, as I've gotten better, I see better. I see it more accurately. I look for things that, you know, most people just glance up there, and they look here 10% of the time, and here 90. And I'm not saying it should be 90-10, but it definitely, you gotta look at this and study it, and really look for changes, because there's spots here, it's so, you probably can't see it, there's spots in this area right here, right here, right here. That's brighter than down in here. And I want to push that. I mean, that's important, I think, for it to look like the sun's hitting up here. It's hitting here too, but there's other stuff going on, reflections and things that will make that look different. It may even cool it some. Again, you gotta look for this thing. I just really want to create a little more interest, break this up a little. Beginning to look better. Beginning to look like a dock sitting out on water, which is pretty important. That's what we're painting here right now. I didn't clean this out, which probably was a mistake. Definitely was a mistake. So whenever you do that, I was wanting to make a really nice solid dark, and I had that white color in there, which is dumb. And you know, once you pollute a dark with white, you're never, I don't care how much paint you mix in it, it's not gonna get dark like you want. Now what I'm trying to do is assess how sharp that edge is. There's a little breaking going on. This is pretty sharp. Steady as a surgeon. As a surgeon. I don't think anybody would want me cut. A little crooked though. A little crooked surgeon. I'm resisting the urge to put that railing in. Right, we want to wait on that. We want to wait on that until we get this other stuff done. That would be disaster if we put that railing in and then had to redo this, kind of like we did with this, right? So what color do I have there? I'm trying to make it nice dark. All I'm doing is trying to make that darker, right? And again, this is a layering exercise in layering. You just got to, and I think this is more wild actually. I got it too straight, I guess you'd say. Doesn't match up. Sorry. Doesn't match up on the painting either. The one that nobody's gonna look at. That water is better. It is better. I'm dying to go over it again, but I can't at the moment. I need to go over that again, lighten it, but I need to wait till this dries, and I can't do that. And I can't do these things over here right now. We could see how good we can get at putting a circle. Wouldn't that be cool? How do you do a circle? Now, if it's a little circle, you can take a brush and stick your brush in and twirl it. And you can twirl your brush and twirl it and make a circle. Right? That'd be a big brush right there. Now, could we cheat Sure, we could. We could cheat. I don't like cheating, but I've turned into quite a cheater. Now, just looking around what I got. What I got, that would probably work. That would probably work, wouldn't it? If I was a cheater. Now see that the problem with this though, is I don't want it to get into the handrail. It's actually pretty daggone close. It may be just a bit big, and I'm not gonna find something that's any closer up here. What to do? Well, let's do this. Let's meet in the middle. Do we? I guess I'm gonna have to throw all my brushes away. I can't paint this. Can't paint it. Let's just do this. Let's kind of cheat. You want kind of cheat? It's kind of cheat. It's not cheating. This is about right there, and this is about right there, right? Comes down to about there, and it goes up. If I read it right, to about here. God, this is kind of cheating. How far? I'm pretty damn close. Not far. Not far. Is it important that it's perfect? Yeah. I mean, I don't want anyone to look at the painting and go, wow, he didn't get that straight. That's all. That looks like somebody tried to paint that and didn't do a very good job. I don't want that. That was a decent attempt, I think, at trying to get that circle. Free-handed it. You saw it. Cheat. I didn't cheat. You can't say I didn't. Or that I did. All right, let's see. Pretty decent, old man. Pretty decent, old man. Why's there got to be another one? Why's there got to be another one over here? You kidding me? What the heck? Trying to kill me. This one I got. I'm gonna have to paint. Not bad. I got a little out here. Cover that up, no problem. This not bad. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm just trying to honestly stay busy while stuff dries. I'm dying to get over here and fix this. This. A lot of work left everywhere, honestly. Washed out looking, I like that. Look at that washed out looking red. That's cool. Shape is important. So what's easiest to do when we do something like this is to sneak up on it. And here's what I mean by that. Make it a little smaller than it is, because we can always paint it bigger. Now it comes down. Now I may have this distance wrong, right? But it comes down almost to that door. Is that important? No. What's important is when I put this P here, and it's however big it is, but that's where actually it's more over here, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, now let's see what happens. Let's this is a good experiment. Let me screw up. Let me screw up. Can I take that up without hurting what's under it? Just enough. It was, and what I did was I really wet that paper towel and I barely wiped it. If I pushed down real hard, I was going to take up that yellow and white we did. Alright, let's do that again. Let's do that again. Now this is red. I mean, this is pretty deckon red. So it's more here, right? Closer to there. That's what I'm gonna say anyway. So if that's true, then this is gonna be, and I'm gonna make it further out than I think it needs to be. So we're gonna say it starts there. We're gonna say it runs over to like I say, we're going to sneak up on this because this is tough stuff here. This is, seems like it obviously makes it better for me to say what I'm drawing for some reason. Ooh, now how far does that come down? I've got the, here's what I'm reading wrong. I've got this window down. I've got it even with the top of the door. So that was my blunder. Is it important to this painting? We're going to say no at this point. That's what you do when you're the artist. When you are the artist, you can make your own decisions. Make your own decisions. So that's a pretty heinous oval. We'll struggle with that, or I'm going to struggle with it. Comes up more, obviously, but I really want to sneak up on this. If I get it too big, I held my breath on that. If I get too big, then it's going to be tough to make smaller. Good enough for now. Good enough for now. We're going to let that dry. Let that dry. And those windows are a little high. Do we fix them? Do we fix them? You all tell me. Do we fix those? Are they okay where they're at? I'm going to say, hell yeah, they are. Normally, I would fix such. But at this point, I'm good with it. I don't think when we get this railing in here, I don't think anybody's gonna look at those windows and go, oh, they're too tall. They're too high. Because remember, there's stairs going up here anyway. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So would there be a hint of red? It's not there. I'm really wanting to put that red here, but it's outside the painting. All right. We're gonna call it for now. Wait, we've only got so I see that there's 36 minutes. 36. My camera cuts off at 33 and starts another video, but I do have, I think, about an 18-minute one that I can stick on here. So see what I did there? Talk myself right into it. All right, let's kill it.